Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream on this channel, Surfy Plays Rebooted. Now mind, if the stream does end early, it's probably because of my internet issues. They've been acting up quite a bit lately. So, now that that's over with, let's welcome today's guest. Hello Dice.
What to do?
Hello Dice.
Hello.
So, Dice said absolutely nothing, and I said, hey, why don't I teach you how to play Project Zomboid, so if you get it, you'll know what to do. So, I'm going to be streaming playing Project Zomboid and teaching Dice how to play Project Zomboid at the same time. So, yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Dice, you forgot to introduce yourself.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid, ugly, dumb, idiot, furry. With the dice.
Alright, let's go. So, Dice, what do you want to learn about first? Do you want me to do the tutorial? Or do you want me to teach you yourself?
They re-added the tutorial? I thought they removed that for some time.
They didn't. It's been their entire time.
So I think I played the tutorial on the first build of Project Zomboid. I played the very first build of the project.
Dude, the very first build of Project Zomboid was 20 years ago.
I know, but it's still somewhat similar.
You've played Project Zomboid? You haven't?
I don't have it, but you can play the first thing for free.
Ah.
Since it's a demo.
Let's do the tutorial then. Alright, so quick sum up of Project Zomboid. Advanced injury system, advanced disease system, advanced looting system, advanced building system, advanced crafting system, advanced infection system.
Just advanced everything, really.
Yeah, but surprisingly they haven't added like NPCs in like 20 years.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad premise. It's a really very hard premise.
Alright, so this is an isometric game, which means it looks 2D and 3D at the same time.
I know.
So in the top left corner, the first menu you're gonna see is the heart menu, or the health menu. It's indicated by a little heart icon, and if you click on it, you can get this UI. So obviously scratches, bites, bleeding, broken limbs, deep wounds, glass shards lodged into your groin, which is one thing that can happen, are all put here. Next, the skills panel. The panel shows different points in various different survival skills. So you have fitness, strength, sprinting, light-footed, nimble, sneaking, axe, long blunt, long blade, short blade, spear, maintenance, carpentry, cooking, farming, first aid, electrical, metalworking, mechanics, tailoring, aiming, reloading, fishing, trapping, and foraging. These are all kind of self-explanatory, but the way you learn how they affect your playstyle, your skills, you kind of have to learn that on your own. They're hard to explain. In-game activities build up skill points that level you up in each discipline. So like reading books about certain things, so like reading a carpentry book will increase your carpentry XP multiplier. So, yeah.
The best part about you teaching
to look
me
around,
this is that I done by doing and
to look around, you hold down right click and you pan your mouse around where you want to see. To move around, you need to use W, A, S, and D like you normally would. Strafing slows you down, and Jesus Christ.
Survive the wild dead person.
Yes, you can basically eat anything that's edible in this game. That also means bugs, wild mice, really anything.
I have a sneeze if you can't tell.
Basically, certain weapons can be equipped to give you certain stats. Guns work very weird.
Hold on, I have to do something. I have returned.
Hey, look at this fun little trick. Look at this fun little trick. So, if you ever get a zombie bite or fear one is imminent, then press Q and you'll swallow the antidote. Now, every person who's played the tutorial before knows what happens when you do this, but might as well do it anyways.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so anyways, this is how Project Zomboid's horde system works. It is very messed up. And frankly, you could probably die very easily because of it. This is the end of the tutorial, but there is a way to survive. However, I'm not sure I'm actually prepared to do that. Well, I think I know what time it is. Now that we're done with the tutorial and probably also done with that character, let's go for a simple game. I think I'll choose Moldrog because it's one of the easiest, most simple maps. And then for the first few characters, I recommend Inconspicuous, Runner, Resilient, and Thick-Skinned. Now this will give you negative 12 points to spend, but add on Obese, which is actually kind of a good trait because it gives you some time, and then Sunday Driver, and then of course you can add whatever you want here, but I recommend Short-Sighted, and then you have one more, so you can't really add anything there, but still. You can add Slow Reader, that's also kind of a buff. And that way you're able to add Wakeful, so your character gets tired slower. Now personally, I save a list of my main characters. If you can spot the reference here, then you are a true zombie game professional. But yeah, so anyways, let's get into the actual game so we can showcase some of the stats that you're able to do. Basics, don't run, combat, water, crafting, peeping toms, nice food, loot astute, vehicles, weather, foraging. All those you don't really have to worry about until later.
Eventually,
But the first thing you want to do,
have to add NPCs.
Yeah, they're adding NPCs in build 43. But the first thing you want to do the moment you enter your house is scout it out, make sure you didn't spawn in a house with zombies, and always close all your curtains. Then if you have a 2-story house, go upstairs and try to take any curtains from the upstairs. You're going to need to put curtains on all of your windows as fast as possible. Now sometimes there's a weapon in this cabinet if you spawn in this house specifically, but I guess not in this run. You're also able to mod Project Zomboid, but I don't recommend that until you have at least moderate understanding of how the game works. Only loot the things you really truly need, like food, weapons, or water. And always keep track of this number in the top right corner of your inventory so you're able to see how much items you're able to carry. Looks like we didn't spawn with many, so next. Alright, only thing we have to do now is this door and the door out here. Let's just close that real quick. Now, always make sure to keep track of how many items you have and how much food and water you have at every moment, especially if you're in a multiplayer server, because those people can be whack. Now, in this, when you start your first Project Zomboid run, you'll always start with the bug out kit. So you get a baseball bat, a hammer, a water bottle, and a bag of chips. So if you get hungry, you can eat the bag of chips, and obviously the water bottle, you can just drink that. As a competent professional, I know that running around the neighborhood is safe as long as there aren't any zombies within your vision. Also, watch out for house alarms, because those things are a death threat. If a house you're trying to loot suddenly starts screaming or you start hearing a house alarm, then get out of there really fast. It's important you don't die, and house alarms kind of cause that. You see all this? You can eat all of that. It's extremely useful, and it'll give you a bit of an inventory space boost, because having plenty of food in your system gives you a boost in your inventory space. Now make sure never to take sleeping pills and beer in the same, and alcohol at the same time, because it enhances the effects of the sleeping pills and could kill you. You're gonna want to get plenty of sheets because you're able to rip those up and make ripped sheets, which can be used as improvised bandages. But you can also use other items for ripped sheets, like zombie clothing. But you'll also get some dirty rags, which you have to clean in water. You also produce dirty rags by when you put a bandage on a wound, and obviously that's, yeah, you produce dirty rags when you put bandages on wounds, because sometimes when you're bleeding, you lose a bit of health. No, you dirty up the bandages when you bleed. So you need to replace those. So whenever you bandage yourself, check your health menu every now and then. When it says dirty bandages, wait for about an hour once you have a clock, and then obviously you want to change it. You want to change the bandages so you don't get an infection, which is extremely dangerous and potentially deadly. When you're looting clothing from the ground, always make sure to hover your mouse over it, because that way you'll be able to see if it has better stats than your current clothing. Also, if you press M, you're able to open your map, and if you have a pen, a pencil, a red pen, or a blue pen, you're able to mark things away on your map. So like, say you go somewhere that's really bad and you want to remember that it's bad, you can open your map and put a little skull icon on that area, or put a little X icon on that area. Now I usually like going for the sheds, because they have the best items. However, they usually also have zombies inside. You don't want to immediately go for the killing while they're standing up. You can press space with a weapon equipped, or just click with no weapon equipped to push a zombie. And that way you're able to make them fall onto the ground and you can stomp their face up in. See all these weapons? We're going to put them into our backpack so it lowers the amount of encumbrance it gives us. Still will over-encumber us the slightest bit though. Alright, looks like we're all done looting this area. Let's go back to our starter home. Hey, Dice! Dice! Oh, come on! Dice! Now, you're able to add sheets to doors with windows like this, and that way you just get a slightest bit more privacy. You want to have all your lights off until you have all your sheets on, so you're entirely safe from zombies. Also, there's an option to lock and unlock doors if it's your starter house, or you have the key to the house. So always make sure to lock your doors whenever, always make sure to lock your doors whenever you can, so that it's harder for the zombies to get in. Also, if you hear a zombie banging on your door or banging on your window, make sure to open it up, because otherwise they'll be able to smash the window and you'll have to go through a whole process of grabbing a window with a crowbar and installing it again, and it just takes way too long. It's not safe. What I do recommend doing, however, is watching TV at 6, 12, 18, and 24 o'clock. This allows you to tune in on Life and Living. So let me just give you a quick tutorial on how to do the TV. If you right click and open the action menu on the TV, you'll get this thing that says device options. If you click that, this GUI will open up. And so you're able to turn on and off the TV. You're able to turn up and down the volume, which is why when I turn on my TV, I usually like to turn the volume down to 1. Then if you have a tape, that you're able to insert it into the tape player, and you're able to go to 5 channels that are all kind of useless except for one. Triple N News, WBLN News, Turbo, and Pause TV. I recommend, however, the one thing that's useful is Life and Living TV. They only tune in at 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 18 o'clock, and 24 o'clock military time. Means 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. Every day. So 6 a.m. and p.m. and 12 a.m. and p.m. So make sure to tune in whenever you can to Life and Living TV during those times. You want to leave your TV off until you have sufficient noise suppression, so like this, the curtains, you want to have those. Always make sure to drop off all of your collected food into one of the cabinets in your kitchen. This is something I do. I recommend doing it so you're able to know where all your food is, but you can put it somewhere else if you're starting your base from scratch, like I did in my episode 1 for the survival series. Like I'll put that in a little link thingy in the description once I'm done streaming this. But yeah. So after that, I'm gonna wanna put this book here. And I usually like to place all of my unused weapons on the floor so I'm able to see what I have available. It also allows me to equip them faster in case I get in a dangerous situation. So if you saw earlier in the stream, I also smashed this bottle out of an old alcohol bottle that I got. And so yeah, there's this entire crafting system. So you have favorite crafting for things you really need to do. You have general crafting, so like making things, crafting things. You can make Molotov cocktails, you can make hats. Usually this is just opening things or crafting some simple weapons like the smashed bottle. So you only need an empty bottle to do that. Then you can rip clothing for denim, leather, or you can rip them for denim or leather strips or ripped sheets. And then what I usually use is the survivalist tab, because you're able to craft and weapons and reclaim things from weapons. But the higher your crafting skills are, then the more things you're able to make. So like these, they're all pretty hard to make, but the higher your forging skill is, the more and easier you'll be able to make them. And then there's carpentry, which allows you to build things with wood or for wood. Then there's cooking, which allows you to cook stuff. Electrical, which allows you to dismantle stuff. Health, which allows you to disinfect stuff and make poultice, which requires certain things like plantains, comfrey, or wild garlic. There's metalworking, which is something you have to unlock slowly, but there's a lot more tabs. And farming, which is mostly just opening packets of seeds and putting seeds into packets. So now that we've gotten that, why aren't we getting any zombie action? You might ask. Well, that's because after you play the tutorial, no matter what, even if you've played the tutorial before, the game will set your zombie amount to low. I've experienced this before. I've looked at the settings for my first games, and they always set the zombie count to low. So it'll be pretty hard to find zombies in this game. But low zombie count doesn't mean no zombie count. So always be on your toes. Now, how about we go raid one of the best areas in this entire place? Why is there a Oh! That's why. Now that's a story. That's cool. Now, when you're dealing with multiple zombies like this, you're gonna want to you don't want to equip your weapon that does the most damage. You're gonna want to equip one that can attack the fastest. So you're able to attack them all as quick as you can while you're strafing. This way, you're able to kill all of them in a sequence. Also, while you're fighting multiple, like 2 or 3 zombies, try to stand on top of a zombie. This will allow the zombie to stay on the ground while you fight the other zombies. So it's easier to fight multiple zombies by standing on the zombie when you're fighting more than one. However, this is not that kind of situation, as the zombies have already bunched up too much. Actually, never mind. Alright, now that we got these zombies, let's equip this duffel bag on our back so we're able to get just a bit more storage space. And we can equip this school bag secondarily, or we can unequip it and equip it secondarily whenever we need to put something there. Let's put these kitchen knives here and get these police bulletproof vests. They're extremely important and they can save you from a lot of dangerous things. I think there was one more zombie up here. I think. So let's go back up to the police house where the escaped criminal was hiding. Yep, there's one more and he has a gun on his back. So let's push him over and stomp on his head until he dies. Now, I only recommend doing this if you have shoes on, because otherwise he can hurt or even cut your feet. Alright. We're able to loot police cars, and usually they have very useful things, but sometimes they don't have keys to them, and so that's when you want to be searching the car. However, the key is probably on one of these zombies, which means you have to go search the zombies. You don't want to let yourself get too tired too quick, which is why I recommend adding Wakeful to your character on your first few games, because you're going to be out and about too often to sleep. There has to be one more zombie inside this house, because one of them has to have the key to the police car. It's the only way. Let's wait for him to knock it down. Before we do that, let's just clean out our inventory a bit. You don't want to equip anything that you can use to do carpentry, because... Let me just help you a bit. Alright, it's about to fall. Yeah, I'm getting too bored to do this. Let me just kill you over here. They have the key. Hold on, let's put this key on my keyring. You always spawn with the keyring, no matter what. Huh. And what kind of key is this? Not mine. It's definitely not useful. I actually forgot how to do the siren on these. Alright, that should have attracted a few Zeds. Yep, of course. It attracted 2 Zeds. The last police zombie! This has to be the one with the key to the tower. The care. Oh, that's a bit too many zombies. So what we want to do is we want to strafe and hit one at a time, not both. Because this many zombies is deadly. As you'll see in a bit. Or maybe in a few minutes. Depending on how lucky I get. Dang it, zombonis. Alright, longer weapons are able to hit more zombies at once. Always remember this when you're attacking with multiple weapons, or longer weapons, or multiple zombies, or longer zombies. Okay, crap, I'm dead. Yep, and I'm dead. I'm bitten. So what we're gonna do is absolutely nothing, because I'm dead. So, this is a great example of the zombie infection. See, discomfort is almost an immediate sign that you are infected. However, discomfort can come from different things as well. I probably should have strafed a bit more. But I just knocked the gun off of that zombie's back there, I think. No, I did not. However, I am still dying, and obviously when it gets infected, you can tell it's bad. So all I'm gonna do is walk away slowly. See if I have anything that can ease going into there. Some chicken. Yes. Eating chicken while being chased by zombies definitely saved your life. Obviously, then you turn into a zombie. Now, let's spawn in West Point, which is the closest you can get to Louisville. So all I'm gonna do is... I guess... Well, I think that might be the end of our tutorial, actually. Thanks for watching, and goodbye?